Chicago, welcome into the Chicago Sports Podcast presented by Goose Island, the official beer of CHGO. Find one of their Chicago locations at gooseisland.com/locations. What's up, everyone? I'm Kevin Kaduk, head of content at CHGO, joined today by Big Dave and Matt Peck, 2/3 of CHGO Bulls, half of CHGO Bulls. I'm sorry.
Two-fifths.
Get him, Matt.
Get him,
Matt.
Two-fifths.
It's a scholar.
Don't be disrespecting Mark or Joey.
You see that?
3/4 of the continental CHGO Bulls
Correct.
population.
Wait, Joey counts?
No,
Joey counts.
Oh, okay.
He came to Paris with us, didn't he?
I say stuff to mess with Joey.
Lawrence Benedetto is on the production board, as always.
I've never heard
Sup?
your last name pronounced. That was the very first time.
Benedetto.
Benedetto.
That's right.
Okay.
Margaretti.
Okay.
Casey Standahar is not
Margarita.
here. Luke Stuckmeyer is not here, but they are in our thoughts.
Tequila.
Thanks for coming in. Nolan Lamar says early is on time is late, and late is wasted opportunity. Look, Thursdays are busy at the CHGO Sports Studios.
Hey, Nolan, guess what? It's the internet. There is no time.
There's no concept of time.
While we're on the subject, our 4 o'clock CHGO Bulls might start a little late, too.
Depending on how we go.
Thanks
Tune
for
in.
watching.
Tune in, guys. We'll be there.
Got a great show for everyone. We are talking coaching hot seats and our summer movie preview. Big Dave was here last summer.
I was.
When we talked about all the movies we were going to go see. I probably didn't end up going to see any of them, but I had a good time talking about them and thinking about ones I might want to see.
It's the thought that counts, Kev.
That's true. There's like some I know that we talked about that.
Shirtless Wonder outside? Oh, yeah.
Definitely
He's on a
summertime.
crutch. Hey, what's going on? I'm sorry. I mean, I don't want to bring this up on. We usually bring this up on our show.
The naked guy's back.
Yeah, but he's on a crutch. I got questions. All right, go ahead, please. I'm sorry.
I was out there cooking bratwurst before.
That's what drew him outside. Must have
Probably.
been.
I could have
smell of
airmailed them one.
Delicious brats wafting across the alley.
He got his foot up on the rail.
a shirt on,
a heater.
though.
Yeah, but he doesn't have one underneath.
Oh,
That's a zip up hoodie he has on every time with the gold chain on the taco meat. And then he's got a crutch this time, but his foot up on the rail. And I have so many questions because we've convinced ourselves he is a CIA operative, and he goes around the country doing stuff, man. And that's how he hurt himself. At least I've convinced myself that's
I
what
think
he
he's
is.
a well-heeled investor that one day is going to give all of his money to CHGO and take this thing to the absolute top.
Oh, okay, I like that.
We don't need his money, Kev.
Matt's not speaking for the 2/5 of CHGO Bulls when he says that.
It sounds like a good plot for a summer movie.
It does. Oh, well
It actually
done,
doesn't,
sir. Well done.
All right, let's get to this
Wake
week's
up.
Taking Care of Business Award winner presented by ComEd. And this week we have our first joint winner.
Ooh.
Okay.
Joint winner, is that allowed?
It's legal.
Definitely legal. We're going on both sides of town. We're not trying to upset anybody. So we've got a little
Today.
Cubs, little Sox. Let's start off with the Sox. Luis Robert Jr.
Yes.
hit homers in 4 straight games
Yes, he
earlier
did.
this week. Going into today's game against Cleveland, he is hitting .377 with a 1.327 OPS with 7 homers, 5 doubles, and 15 RBI.
Damn.
He added at least one more double today. He is an absolute machine. He's getting it done for the White Sox on a roster where not a lot of dudes are getting it done.
Those are attractive numbers, though. You want to see that from Luis Robert. The fact, you brought in with all the fanfare, the pomp and circumstance, and then kind of tailed off early to start the season, didn't know what was wrong. But so for him to catch that up now and, start hitting dingers out of that park, I mean, that's what park is for, man.
I mean,
dingers out of.
They could also use him to be the ComEd Taking Care of Business winner again today because they're trailing Cleveland 3-1 right now,
3-1
bottom of the 8th, trying to get that sweep.
They were in a position to get a sweep.
Doesn't
and
look great
May
right now.
not happen. We'll see.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Who do you think our Cubs winner is, Matt?
I know.
Well, I see it in our notes.
I didn't even look at the notes, but
I
I'm guessing.
probably would have made this my guess had I not seen it in my notes because Morrill is crushing it right now.
That's what I was going to say.
Crushing it.
I got it.
Absolutely. He was called up on May 9th, finally,
About damn time.
for the game against the Cardinals.
Christopher
Been destroying the base.
Morel.
Christopher Morel. That's
Yes.
right. He has been obliterating
Yeah.
baseballs. Obliterating.
Yes.
Houston, you have a problem. Well, actually, you only have one problem, not many problems.
Oh.
Unfortunately for the Cubs, right?
Oh.
The only problem is Christopher Morel.
Yes.
I mean, Seiya was killing it too.
He did, yeah.
But unfortunately, the bullpen.
Yeah, well done.
Over Morel's first 8 games, he has hit .371 with a 1.246 OPS, 5 homers, and 10 RBI.
Damn.
As our guy, I think Brendan said it last night, he's a right-handed Barry Bonds.
Wow. That is quite
while I'm
the
drinking.
complimentary comparison.
All right. Congrats to Luis and Christopher. This week's Taking Care of Business Award winner, presented by ComEd.
Every day.
All right, guys.
Thank you, Lawrence.
I always got you, big
my
man.
man.
Yeah.
He called me.
A lot of NBA news, some good series out there, but a lot of transactional news. A lot of guys packing their bags, looking for jobs. Nick Nurse, Mike Budenholzer, Monty Williams, Doc Rivers. They are all looking for jobs despite achieving relative success with their teams recently.
Yeah.
Nick Nurse and Mike Budenholzer, 2 of the last 4 NBA championships, they coached.
Yes, true.
Yep.
They're still looking for jobs.
Okay.
I mean, Nurse is going to get hired any second now.
Yeah, true indeed. Yes.
And Budenholzer will probably get another job, even though Dave and I are on the same page about this. Like, you feel like the Bucks got that chip in spite of Budenholzer, not because of him.
Right. He was on his way out before they did win that one.
Yeah.
I was leading that charge, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is funny to just see this repetitive. It's like the magic trick with the cups and the one thing under the cup. And that's what NBA head coaching jobs are.
Yeah.
They just keep switching around and around and around.
Yeah, it's true. And again, these guys are good coaches. But the difference is these teams have championship expectations. So when you're not meeting those expectations, you got to make that change. Not because these guys can't coach. It's not because they can't make adjustments or do these kind of things. But all of them have championship pedigrees, and things like that. But it's about winning. The teams they were on were like, we are trying to win championships, period, point blank. Not like us. We're just trying to, make some noise in the playoffs,
Sometimes you've got Doug Collins, and sometimes you need Phil Jackson.
Thank you. That's exactly what I said on Twitter. As Doug
Did you?
Collins. Yes, when there was people complaining about Doc Rivers and
Right.
quit blaming the coaches. I'm like, dude.
Sometimes you have
it's
Dennis
about winning.
Savard. Sometimes you need Joe Quenneville.
Ooh, well
What else?
done,
Sometimes you have Rick Renteria. Sometimes you need Joe Madden.
I mean,
Go off.
Doc Rivers couldn't beat the damn Atlanta Hawks to get to the conference finals a couple years ago.
It's true. Shout out Ben
He
Simmons.
just coughed up a 3-2 lead
Again.
to fail again to get to the conference finals.
Again, he did it again.
Embiid was healthy and playing, healthy-ish. Harden was healthy and playing. What do all your role players were there playing? What's your excuse?
Well,
what's your excuse?
To his point, to his credit, I should say, he got them there, but Embiid was trash in Game 7, and
Oh my
Harden
God.
was trash to the point that I thought he was shaving points. Like he was that kind of.
Will
bad.
you compare Embiid's playoff numbers in this year's playoffs to his MVP regular season numbers?
Yeah.
They
Not
are
the same.
laughably bad.
Not the same. That's why I said
Fell
regular
off-
season award.
Fell
kids.
off a cliff.
That's why it is what it is.
Everyone
man.
else's problem, though. It's everyone
Yes.
else's fault.
But
Joel.
don't tell our friends at DNVR Nuggets that, because they are using Jokic's still playing in the playoffs performance to say, see?
Yeah.
Should have been the MVP.
But when he won, they weren't using that argument. It's a regular season award. It works both ways, man. It's the beauty of basketball, and we love it.
But never get the Coach of the Year award.
Never.
Because that means you're getting
Death.
fired on Tuesday.
death, all right? As Dwayne Casey won it, got fired. Nick Nurse walked in, championship. Now he's fired, and, that's how it goes. But all those guys, is it true all those guys won Coach of the Year? Did Budenholzer win Coach of the Year?
I think he had one
Okay.
with Milwaukee. Monty Williams.
Monty Williams, yep.
Yeah, don't
Matt
win that
Nagy,
award.
Coach of the Year.
Matt Nagy.
It's a death
Those
sentence.
awards are worth a lot.
Matt Nagy.
Anyway,
God.
today I wanted to talk with you guys about the relative temperature of coaching seats here in town.
Okay.
I don't think anyone is really on their way out. We are not at a fever pitch trying to get somebody out like we were, maybe Matt Nagy or other people back in the day. Tony La Russa.
Oh, God.
Oh, God, yes.
I've
The
Sox
second they
fans
said we
wanted-
hire him.
But
Yeah.
I think some people are a little
Damn,
warmer
man.
than others. And in today's title, we have David Ross. David Ross
Okay.
is a guy who I find very interesting
Yeah,
because
okay.
he's over 3+ seasons. He is 198 and 229 with the Chicago Cubs.
Okay.
Now, his first year was the pandemic year, so that's kind of a wash. 2021, they trade away the entire championship core. They don't know exactly what they have. He's just kind of presiding. He's a nice reminder of the 2016 series. He gets along well with the front office, whatever. Now, you can even make more, excuses for him. This is not the end game of Jed Hoyer's plan, but it's getting closer to where you're, starting to expect some results. They're 19-24 going into this weekend. There's been some high leverage situations and some, some real big question marks with David Ross's lineup construction. The bullpen has not been great.
The magical Hosmer and Mancini situation is just
not great.
It's
but
terrible.
He's also not the guy who signed those 3 players.
Well, yeah, but you don't have to play them. Get them out of the lineup. They suck.
For who?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, Morel obviously could play.
And he's in.
I know he
just got here.
But, well, yeah, it took him long enough to bring him up, and Mervis as well.
No, I hear what you're saying. I do. But for me, David Ross was always just the guy who was going to set up the next guy. Like, I never looked at David Ross and be like, oh, man, he's got to take us to the championship. He's got to do this for the Cubs.
I don't think we knew, though, right?
Like, you didn't. And he's exactly what I thought he was, though. Like, he's the holdover coach. Like, they hired him at you guys' lowest. Okay? So just to give you that good feeling, you know what I'm saying? Here's the guy on Dancing with the Star, won the championship. Let's celebrate a little bit, guys. Have some fun.
Kind of reminds me of when Reinsdorf just made Bill Cartwright be the Bulls coach for a while after he had retired.
Yes.
In the post-dynasty years when the Bulls were going nowhere, had nobody. And it was like, Bill, just go out there and wave to the crowd and smile,
That is a great point.
It's like the Jimmy Dugan of managers.
But
he's like, hey, people know you. People like you.
Seriously, man.
Wave, make a lineup or don't. I don't care.
You're looking at the team. Did anybody had them, doing something this season like that?
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like that for them, man. Like, he's doing exactly what I thought he was going to do. And he's not going to be your guys' coach as soon as you guys make that move and get those players in line to take that next leap. He won't be the manager for that, man.
I think it's trending that way, but it's going to be kind of interesting to see, like, when is that call made? When does Jed Hoyer,
Yeah. And the other thing I'm curious about is when and how that shift happens. If it does, where Cubs fans start to forget or sort of like shade away as far as priorities their positive memories of Grandpa Rossi, the player who helped them win a championship, versus manager Rossi, who is driving them crazy with some of his lineups and his decisions. Because Bulls fans felt that way about John Paxson.
I was going to say, I believe you guys call that the John Paxson.
It's the John Paxson effect. It's like Game 6 Phoenix, he hits the 3, clinches championship number 3 in the first three-peat.
Thank you.
And then by the time I was in my mid to late 20s, I was like, man, get John Paxson the F out of here. Never want to hear that name again. Never want to see that face again. I don't think it's anywhere close to that with David Ross
and
right now.
probably somewhere in the middle is the Joe Madden, right?
Yeah.
Wow, Joe Madden reached that level, like where he's actually in the middle.
He didn't reach the John Paxson level, but it was like,
But
all right,
like
let's
he's actually in the middle though. Like for
A
real?
huge percentage of Cubs fans were sick of Joe by the end.
Yeah.
That's fair. Like, cause Joe don't care. Like he manages that way, and that's fine. And that's the reason they won, because he didn't give a damn about curses or none of that stuff. He was like, I'm just gonna go out here and manage right now, and it worked. So shout out to him for that, and he should work forever if he feels like it because of that. But I understand that. Like, that makes complete sense, man. But you guys are starting over.
Joe Madden doesn't fit into today's baseball game, because a lot of the front offices just want the puppet. And like David Ross actually does. I mean, he does play a good puppet, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Literally
There's a little bit of.
But you still need to have some.
There's a mascot effect to who David Ross is, as far as Cubs fans are concerned. And look,
But he, at least he wears pants.
sure, pretty sure that's part of
That's
the
a negative
rules
in my book there,
of
Lawrence.
managerial dress code.
Clark behind you guys, he's not wearing pants.
I do have
Shout
some
out to
questions
Half-Naked
about
Clark.
some of his lineups, especially who they waited to call up and who's in the batting order where. But something as crucial as the bullpen, which is mostly, I think, responsible for their recent downturn.
Yeah.
What have they lost? They've fallen 5 or 6 games below 500 now. It's the bullpen.
Yeah.
Is it David Ross's fault that the Cubs bullpen is crap?
It is not. It's the Cubs right now for him, man. And I'm not saying that negatively. I'm just saying they got the championship. They don't have the guys right there in place to be competing for that level. Go to Wrigley, enjoy Wrigley, have a great time, see this guy out there, buy him a beer. And
Buy you a beer.
Yeah, see that? 2 beers right there. And just have a great time, man, as they always used to do. That's how I knew Wrigley growing up. People just going there to enjoy Wrigley Field.
It's still like that.
Yeah, I know.
It's
That's
still
what I'm
like
saying.
that.
That's where it is right now. When it switches, let me ask you guys. You guys are the Cub fans. Has that?
I'm more of a Sox guy.
Oh man, has that kind of switched Like, is it more expectation now than fun for the Cubs?
I did not come into this season with expectation over fun. I was hoping to prioritize fun by being at least competitive.
Okay.
I had very little go make the playoffs expectations for this Cubs squad. I still think that they were a
they
season
are what
away
they
from
are
that.
right now. I mean, this is what they are.
Look, they've been hovering around 500 as a casual Cubs fan, and I've already been to a couple games at Wrigley this season, and they won both those games, and I had a wonderful time. My expectations were very measured coming into this season. So, yeah, it's unfortunate that they've hit this skid and are now kind of falling dangerously close to, bad team territory. But, no, I wouldn't say they're falling short of my expectations other than the past week because I expected them to be struggling to be around a 500 team, and that's where they are.
That's where they are. Yep.
Couple good comments here. Omar says, it is Jed Hoyer to blame soon by he'll get fired too. So, I don't know. I think the Ricketts family likes Jed Hoyer. I think he's got a lot of equity there.
True. Yeah. And he also did, take one for Theo. Once Theo wanted to be done and was like, I got y'all your ring.
Yeah, I'm out.
Here, Jed, you're inheriting the tail end of a championship roster that's falling apart, and you deal with this. I'm out of here.
Craig Brindle says Ross is using the wrong guys, but Jed hasn't helped by signing some of the bums that he signed. Hosmer and Fulmer, at least, have to go. And then Michael Thiel says, Jed is the reason this team is any good at all, and with good prospects, PCA, Wisniewski, Ben Brown, Alcantara, Cassie, Cano are all his pickups and trades. I think those are all good points.
Those are very good points.
I think a long-term, great, short-term, or whatever. So we'll see if Ross is the guy. Lawrence made us a great graphic here where we can actually where are we going to put how hot? How warm is the seat for Ross?
How hot?
Let's say
are we taking numbers? I mean,
let's say how hot should it be?
Here,
We're not going to say
check this out, guys.
Not according to Hoyer, but with fans.
Is he really hot?
I see what's going on.
Okay, I see what's happening. All right, go back. About right there.
Ooh.
About right there for me.
Right here?
For me, it's right there.
So people listening to the podcast, he is right in the middle of the rainbow spectrum.
Yes.
Okay.
Kind of at the end of the greenish, kind of getting into the yellow.
It's like 70, 74 degrees out of 100. That's what that is right there for me for David Ross.
All right. Well,
I think I'm probably right around where you are, Dave.
Okay.
I don't think that. I'm just saying from my perspective, I don't know if his seat is actually hotter than that as far as the Cubs organizationally are concerned. And if they, I can't imagine, are they going to fire him mid-season?
Right.
No.
I mean, unless they absolutely bottom out, I can't see that happening.
Yeah. I would say he still has a year and a half to go.
Yeah.
It's a decision probably at the end of next year.
Now, from the fans, if you're talking about how hot are the fans making that seat, maybe it's hotter than it is for the organization.
I mean, I've seen
when we get to Billy Donovan, those are two very different answers.
Well, I think we should make this call on fans, not necessarily the GM.
Okay,
because that's what matters, right?
The
We're
fandom
the ones that
hot
make the
seat.
call.
Well, then maybe it's a little further than halfway where we have them.
Well, you got it, Lawrence.
I mean, I think it should be a little hotter.
A little hotter than that?
I think so.
A little hotter than that?
If we're doing fans.
If you're doing fan, a little hotter than that. Okay.
Yeah, move it over a little bit more to the right. There we go.
How about there? He's in the yellow.
It's your air condition. Your air conditioning is off, and you're up to 75, and you may have to start putting the air conditioning on because it's that hot.
Absolutely,
we're not there
put the
yet.
AC on if you're at 75.
You might want to start thinking about closing the windows.
I mean, you know that Big Dave's already wearing shorts, and Peck obviously has his juices
shorts and the AC unit on deck. I'm ready to go.
All right, let's
George
move
Bird
on.
Season, baby.
Coach Matt Eberflus of the Bears just celebrated his 53rd birthday yesterday.
You don't want to go baseball, both the baseball guys? Okay, that's fine.
Is it okay?
Yeah, you do whatever you want. It's your show.
Damn right it is.
Tequila.
We probably should have done Bulls, but we get into the Bulls. It's probably going to take up the end of the entire show.
Keep going as you're going.
All right, Eberflus, look, he's 1 year into this thing. He was 3-14 last year, 10-game losing streak to end things.
Which was great.
But I think he's still okay, right?
You see that crappy old balloon over there? That's a number one. That's
First of all, shout out to you, Kev, because I've never heard anybody call him Eberflus. That's the new one for me. I've always heard Eberflus.
Eberflus?
Yeah,
I've never heard
Eberflus.
Eberflus before.
It's Eberflus.
And I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying shout out to you.
I'm not sure that I am.
It's Chicago.
I'm rolling with him. What are you talking about?
I'm not very good at pronouncing things.
Yeah, so you can roll with him if you want.
Oh, I'm rolling with him. I'm rolling, man.
Okay.
Are you kidding me? Man's got hats as nice as mine.
Oh, Lord.
I'm rolling with him. I don't think his seat is hot at all.
Okay.
At all. It's his second year. You got Justin Fields. You got the #1 pick. You traded it. You got all these assets for it. We want to see who you are. Nobody really knows who he is yet. You don't know what he wants to do. You know he's a defensive guy, which is why you saw that in the draft. It's time. He's still got time to prove it of who he is, man. So I can't judge him.
How much
off
can
of
it?
the
How
last
much
season.
can it heat up this year?
If they go 3-13 again, it will heat the hell up. You better believe that for sure, man. But I don't foresee that happening. I think he's a good coach, but again, this is all speculation, man. We will see what he is. So for that reason, I don't find his seat to be hot at all.
Yeah, I think if you fast forward to the end of the 23 Bears season and they fall short of fans' expectations for this season, which are already just stupid rocket exploding through the ceiling high, based on what I've judged from their offseason, from the draft, if the Bears only win 5 or 6 games after winning just 3 last season compared to Bulls fans, whether it's our guy Cody or Braggs or anybody else, people are talking there, especially after the full schedule release last week.
Yeah.
Bears fans are like 10 wins for sure. 10 wins.
Slow down.
I want to see that too. If it doesn't happen, that's when you're talking about.
Here's my
Eberflus
thing
being on the
about
hot
him,
seat.
right? So I think if the offense comes out and it's awful, Getsy's going to get most of the blame as the offensive coordinator. But I'm worried about him. Like, we just came off of, I mean, that was a bad defensive team the Bears had last year.
Yeah.
There was a lot of injuries, and they traded away the best players, right?
Correct.
So that was, that's going to happen. But if we get a defensive coach that can't coach defense, coming off of an offensive coach that couldn't coach offense, like, I am going to be very sad.
Yes, absolutely.
What are you talking
let's-
about?
let's move this-
Nagy was a
let's move-
mastermind.
Coach of the year. What are you saying, sir? Coach of the
let's
year.
move a
Relinquishing and then retaking play calling duties every other Sunday. What
So-
wasn't great about that?
Not
So for Eberflus,
playing Justin Fields?
tomato,
Yeah.
just do a little sliver of the blue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sliver
As-
blue.
yeah, just
Yeah.
a little
Sliver
bit
blue.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just a sliver.
But
I like it.
let's do this again a year from now and
Yeah,
see what
yeah, seriously.
All right.
Okay.
Not even a year from now.
The Bulls and Coach Billy Donovan.
Oh, no.
Hey.
Oh, no.
He is 117 to 119 in 3 seasons with the Bulls. He originally had that 4-year deal, but he got that nice secret extension at the start of last season
What?
Thumbs up.
because you can't have a lame duck Donovan. LDD.
But again, if they had waited to maybe do that this offseason, he still, they could have prevented the lame duck status in his
Yeah.
final year because
Yeah.
this was year 3.
3.
Yeah. Again, none of it made sense at all. 0 cents.
So he is a Jerry Reinsdorf employee, which means you're pretty much set for a
Job for life.
long time. So, his
JFL.
seat is not hot at all, I don't
Until
think,
you die or I find
No.
somebody better.
In the organization, it's not.
in the organization.
No.
No, it's not hot at all. They just gave him an extension. It's not hot
Let's
at all.
just go. Set it for us right now. Set the temperature.
Well,
for
don't
us.
even
Get
move
that
it.
slide.
Like, if
Hold
you're
on,
talking
let's see.
organization.
No, it's the fans thing. What?
Oh, for the fan? Oh,
Well, then bring it all the way
bring
to
it
the
all
right.
the way, buddy. What are we doing?
Bring it all the way to the right.
Take his face off the screen.
Based on the
hot,
temperature of my Bulls Twitter
Scorch
feed
it.
every day, Billy Donovan is not only the worst coach in the NBA, but one of the dumbest humans on the planet. Not to say the Bulls fans are overreactionary at all.
Man. No, not at all.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
at all.
Oh my God.
Truth is somewhere in the middle.
So
So he's all the way over there.
He's an idiot.
Just a dumbass.
As far as the fans are concerned, it's incredibly hot.
Go ahead.
what about according to you guys? Are you guys all the way to there?
No, I'm a sane Bulls fan. Bulls
think
got a
he's
lot
great.
of problems. Is Billy Donovan an elite coach in the NBA? If you want to talk about top 5 coaches in the NBA,
No.
X's and O's wise,
No.
no. That doesn't mean he deserves to be fired yesterday.
Yeah,
there's
I
a lot
agree.
that goes into being an NBA head coach. He's respected and well liked by his guys. I do like some of his basketball philosophy, and I thought he did the best he could most nights with a very poorly constructed roster.
Yeah.
A lot of the Bulls' problems this past season were not on Billy, and it drove me crazy hearing Bulls fans scream until their lungs went dry that it was.
Seeing what he was able to do with that defense, right? I mean,
top 5 defense in the league because of that. And he's not known as a defensive guy.
Yeah.
So that lets you know that, he is definitely a coach. But I'm a little hotter than Matt is on him. Because, he did the best he could with what he was given. And everything he said is a fact. The roster was not set up correctly for him to succeed or to do what he wants. My thing was, even though it wasn't set up, he still was not using everything he could to get the wins that they might have gotten.
Okay.
And that's my thing. There were players on the team he wasn't playing, and I still don't know why. There were moves he made that I didn't think were great, and I still don't know why. Out of the timeout, he was horrific. Out of the timeout, he was not good, all right? Even that last game against the Heat, when I continue to yell about him taking Kobe White out of the game, who was your hottest player, and the last bucket you scored in that fourth quarter, took him out of the game, and then the ball just like, well, who's going to shoot now, guys? Nobody knows. Well, your coach took your best shooter out. That's what he did. So I give him a little more of that blame. I'm not giving him all of it. He doesn't deserve all of it because the man can coach. He could do that. But he's not absolved for me from that kind of shit.
No, absolutely not. He is one – the fact that he's not an elite coach was one of the Bulls' problems this year. Not their biggest problem.
Yes, correct.
So,
I agree.
look, am I sitting here rallying for Billy to keep his Bulls head coaching position forever and ever and ever? Hell no. No. I think that they should at some point improve that head coaching chair because Billy's good, but he's not great. They have more important things to fix than Billy right now. So that's why, for me, the hot seat is like, well, whatever. As also, just like with the internal knowledge as far as how I work my way through this, knowing that he's not going anywhere,
nowhere,
at least for now, why bother getting all worked up about it?
True.
Like, these Bulls fans tying themselves in knots about, you got to fire Billy, you got to fire Billy. Not happening.
Sounds like
happening.
Does that sound familiar to anybody? The guy walking in with a sell the team on joint? Still yelling about ownership? Yeah, no, it sounds familiar to me.
That I will yell about until my lungs go dry.
Our guy Beat Daddy Fish says, Billy is cool with me. He doesn't put together the roster he has to work with. He has what he has. No shooting or rebounding.
Shout out to Fish.
What up, Daddy
What's up,
Fish?
Good to see you. And he also goes on to say, the only thing they get that upset me was Billy was benching Kobe in the last 3 minutes of the game versus the Heat.
That's what I'm saying, man. It made no sense.
There were questionable decisions he made this season for sure.
I wasn't with Dalen Terry not getting any minutes at all when your team was clearly lacking heart and energy and fire and all that stuff. And you got a dude who is 95% all of that.
Yeah.
And you won't even play him.
Yeah,
and
the only minutes he got was at the lottery. That didn't help.
Right. I didn't like that sweater at all. I need him to put on something.
The other thing about whether or not he's actually on the hot seat from an organizational standpoint, and why I believe the answer is a fat no, with that extension, secret extension, they're not going to pay him to go away because the Bulls are paying him like an NBA head coaching salary. The Bulls' new front office at the time paid the bald head Menace to go away because he was the lowest paid head coach in the NBA.
Correct.
So they made peace with paying him to go away.
Absolute trash.
I mean, like, lowest paid in the NBA, still grossly overpaid as far as people holding jobs go. That man should have never made a dime
Not
coaching
one.
in the NBA.
Horrific.
But and people say, well, they paid Tom Thibodeau to go away. That's because the front office and ownership hated Tibbs by the end.
They did.
Because he was telling them to mind their own freaking business.
He was.
They love Billy.
They do.
Different situations.
Yeah.
All right, wait. So are we saying that this is he this hot, or should I move him?
No, in a fans' perspective, he's that hot. Fans want him going.
I would say he's in the orange.
You say he's in
Well,
the
I don't know.
orange? All
You
right.
guys are there every day, so.
Take a
but
dip
you guys
in
are also
Bulls
doing on
Twitter.
What's that?
I said take a dip in Bulls Twitter and read what we're reading. Oh, my God.
See what we're getting out here.
I mean, that's a default state of anything.
Bulls
on
fans
Twitter.
want Billy to do the Cersei walk of shame, throwing rotten vegetables at him while naked. Like,
Seriously,
my
man.
God.
So what do you want it? What do you want?
Thank you.
No, let's keep it there.
You wanna keep it there?
Yeah, let's move on to the White Sox and Pedro Grifol.
Yeah.
He is the newest member of the six-pack that we have out there.
Yeah.
And he is, 16-29? Did they lose that game?
I believe they lost.
Yeah,
Yes.
they
Yep.
lost.
3-1 was the final.
They would have been cheering over there. Had
Yes,
they come back.
correct. Correct. I know that sound all too well. That
Again,
sound of silence
he
because
is
of the
an
loss.
employee of a Jerry Reinsdorf organization, which
Yeah.
means he's probably okay.
Security.
But man,
He's fine. His seat is. I don't think Sox fans are. I'm not saying that they don't like him like that or they're in love with the guy, but I think a lot of them like, dude, it's first year. Like, seriously,
Right.
what do you want from this dude? A lot of this isn't really totally on him.
Probably has a little bit of that shine that Billy had in his first year and maybe even first couple of years, because Bulls fans were like, oh, thank God it's not that guy.
Yeah, seriously.
That's probably how Sox fans feel about Tony
Billy
right
Donovan
now.
was a guy with a high profile and a lot of accomplishments under his belt.
Sure.
Yeah.
Pedro Grafal was the bench manager from the Kansas City Royals.
He was.
So
He was.
to me, like, he's
True.
just been kind of a guy wearing a uniform
Yeah,
right now.
exactly. And none of that says hot seat to me.
But
You know,
the
it's just a
shine
guy.
from Sox fans is maybe just also just relief of thank God it's not Tony.
Yeah, but it's not like the team's been great. Like we just talked about them losing and everything like that. They've been awful. All right, they've been truly, truly awful.
Terrible.
The injuries have not been great either. You know that it happened.
Bad
to them.
roster construction.
Oh my God, it's
Awful.
been frustrating. Like I heard someone say they put the team together like they're playing in a softball league. Just get a bunch of guys who can hit dingers and put them out there. And it's a little.
I would
deeper than
almost
that,
say
man.
it's like you can't even put a temperature on there. It's your digital thermostat
Yeah.
is just not responding.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great way to put it. I can't sit here and fault him for what's going on. Totally. I'm not saying all of it isn't his fault, but I don't give him a huge percentage of what's going on. He's not making Tim Anderson not run out to first base.
I would put him in the middle, though.
Like
I would put him to the right of Eberflus.
He's not making dudes not go after the fly ball or just dragging the ass while they're out there. He's not doing that stuff, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's on the players. They're doing that. They're showing that they don't care. You know, that's not really on him, man.
Okay.
So he's got to still instill, his philosophies, get guys involved, because baseball's a very long season. So like David Ross, you can tell his philosophy is working for those guys, even though it doesn't not equating to wins. They're listening to him. You can see it. All right.
Right.
But Pedro just got there. They don't know what to think of him, how to feel about him. You just lost Tony. You just lost Jose, who was your other voice in the locker room like that. Tim Anderson, who's the other voice of that team, he just came back from being injured, still hasn't hit a home run. Benintendi hasn't hit a home run. So, you got all these guys who haven't figured it out yet and haven't gelled yet, man. And that's kind of where he's got to put that together and know who needs to go where. And that's why you have to give him that time, because it's May.
Yep.
So it's a little bit early for me to give him
Yeah,
a
it's
hot
year
seat.
one of him. But so we're saying he's into that's where you want him, about there?
I would maybe go a little bit more to the right.
A little more to the
more?
right?
A little more?
Wow.
All right, Kev. All right.
I mean, he's Mr. Sox.
Kev is not happy.
Man, Kev don't like nobody
Kev is
today.
not happy with the
I
Sox.
don't,
He's just a
honestly,
guy.
I don't
Just
see
a
how it's his
guy.
problem.
Just a dude.
This is not his problem. It's
I
upstairs.
understand.
It's
Yeah,
Kenny,
man, seriously.
It's Rick. It's Jerry.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
was
Yes.
What a coincidence.
Yeah.
Are you
Shocker,
saying it
right?
wasn't Tony La Russa's problem? Are you giving Tony La Russa a little?
No, I'm not giving him anything. He's an 80-year-old idiot. But
I don't know what his age has to do with him being an idiot.
All right.
But yes.
Let's
all right.
move quickly on these last two.
DUI. Oh wait, he's already got a couple of those.
I don't think we can move Luke Richardson and the Blackhawks at all, because I think the Blackhawks have found their coach for the future.
Yeah.
He came out
And
and
this was year one of a 4-year deal, right? That he signed last summer.
Yeah.
So
that was not a good roster last year.
Right.
And
Right.
they came out and they competed a lot
ask
of the
our
nights.
poor CHGO Hawks guys. But they were rewarded.
Yes, they were.
And now it's
Congratulations
like,
once again.
Oh my gosh, all the hype in the world.
look at that desk in front of you.
Lawrence and I went to that Jonathan Taves final game together. You were there too.
I was there
Peck.
too, yeah.
Lawrence was beside himself.
I
I can't
hated
believe they
that night.
ruined. I
Oh
can't
my
believe
God.
they.
Look
He
how they
was
massacred my boy.
He was
mad.
so mad, and I said, Lawrence, if it's meant to be, it will be. It doesn't matter like what ping pong balls are in there. Like
Yeah.
whatever comes up is going to come up.
Yeah. Nothing you can do. You can't control any of that, man.
I was definitely unhappy when
He
they
was like-
scored to go to overtime. I was like,
Now what's
what are we
crazy
doing?
is you wanted Jonathan Taves to score that breakaway goal,
I
gosh.
did. Once
and
it got
had he
so badly.
scored that,
would have been like
Connor
Sharks
Bedard
or
would be a
something,
San
yeah.
Jose Shark.
But I understand you. It was like when Justin Fields played Green Bay. I wanted him to win one of those Green Bay games.
So badly.
Yeah.
Just give him one. But in the end,
same
yeah,
thing.
but in the end, it worked out well.
We got that number 1 pick.
Got that number 1.
All right, James Wade and the Chicago Sky.
Oh, move it to the hottest part of the hot
Do
seat.
you think he's that hot?
On fire for me.
So here's the part that I don't understand. He is now coming back to. So he got an extension last summer also.
Yeah.
Through 2025. His entire team left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got no Candace. You got no Quigley. You got no Vandersloot. Meesman's gone too. It's like all you got left is Kalia Copper. What? How is that James Wade's fault?
Well, Isabel Harrison's
wait,
now
hold
out
on.
for the entire
And
year.
one of their newcomers, Harrison,
Oh,
yeah,
is
she's
like
out for the
maybe
year?
dealing with an MCL and is not going to play their season opener.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
know.
Did you see-
You said she's out for the year?
I know she's out for the year, a long time. It's
There was some weird like
her mom
tweeted
tweeted it was a
something about an
meniscus.
injury and a surgery, and then James Wade was asked about it, and then he
and
was
got
like,
really pissy about it.
"Yeah, I'm not speaking on that, and I can't tell y'all what's going on right now, other than the fact that she's not going to play in our first couple games."
Yeah, he was not happy
It
that
did
mom
not
was.
sound good though.
Well, here's
He was
the
not
thing.
happy that mom was doing a Woj bomb.
Mom bomb.
I understand. Mom bomb. Hey, mom bomb. Here's the thing with this. One, you won the championship, okay?
Yeah.
As you should have. The way that season ended last year and the way that team played all season long,
Yeah.
they weren't playing up to that competition, all right?
That's true. They were up 3-2 in the
Up
semis.
3-2 against a team they should have
Or
destroyed.
2-1.
They,
Sorry,
they should have killed them, all right? They should have ran away with that. They did not. That's on the coach sometimes. Some of that, the way your guys get up for a game, get up and down up for a game, that's on him on that one, okay? So there's expectations when you set that championship goal. You want to point the finger at Candace leaving or all these players leaving, then you point to higher-ups in the GM. Who's the GM? Oh, yeah.
It's James
James
Wade.
Wade. That's the guy who's the GM.
Yeah.
Yes. So you're on fire, sir. When you do those kind of things and you're the guy doing both of those jobs and you're not doing well at both, what you want me
All
to
right,
do?
so set it for us.
Yeah, we're going to set it a
Flame
little higher.
on!
Hold on. Let me get over
Human
there.
Torch.
Human Torch.
It's scorching. I'm not
There's
saying he
also
can't
the
coach
factor that like
or
they,
be GM, but
they
he's-
along with a lot of other WNBA teams leading up to this season, had to waive legitimately talented players.
Yes.
Just because of salary cap reasons that are BS.
Yes. This is
That
true.
is not on Wade.
It's
You
not.
make a good
Yeah.
point about the fact that he's also
I think
holding
I
the
think
GM
he's in the
responsibilities.
green.
But
I think he's a pretty good GM. He built that previous championship.
Yeah, he gets
I
like
wanna
he
see what
won, he
comes
won
out of
coach
this.
and executive of the year.
Right.
Like you should get that.
You can't
know
put
what
him
I mean?
all the way over there. I would say put him.
But dude,
Ezra
that was
Stevens is gone,
2019. Like when he won that, it is 2023.
No, they won in 2021.
I understand. I'm talking about when he won Coach of the Year. And he
Oh,
won,
yeah.
Executive of the Year. That was 2019
Dude.
when he did all that.
Azrae Stevens gone too. I just remembered that. Like
Yeah.
this team has nobody other than Kalia Copper.
They can't-
No offense
hold
to.
on.
So
I
what are
mean,
you expecting from this team?
Wait a
though,
minute.
this year,
Courtney
then?
Williams and who's the other Williams? They got 2 Williamses, right? They got,
Yeah.
And then Isabella
And
Harrison,
then
which
Isabel
is now
Harrison,
hurt.
who's hurt.
Yes.
It's
I'll
the championship core, save Copper, is now gone.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Well, I mean, was that his fault though that Quigley wanted to retired and Vandersloot wanted to leave? Like, I don't know if that's his fault.
Maybe.
Quigley was
Although-
on her way out.
Yeah.
I mean, she barely
but
came
the
back
weird
for
thing,
last
Quigley
year.
was like, I'm not retiring. I'm just taking this year off.
Right.
And her wife, Vandersloot, went and joined that now
Yeah,
super team-looking
right.
team over in New York.
She joined. Yeah,
Damn.
she did that, and then Candace did. I mean, I feel like that's not necessarily James Wade's fault, but I'll say this:
But don't look good.
James Wade is of the belief that you don't need draft picks. He just traded all his draft
It's
picks
true,
for
man.
the players that he's brought in. So now, if that doesn't work, there's not even a future. So that's
So it's hot.
Sounds like he and AK have a lot to talk about.
yes.
Can't help himself.
All right.
Getting in digs. Yeah, it's hot for me, man.
Okay.
But okay, I'll roll
Yeah.
with what you
Well, that was
said.
fun. Temperature check. Heat check.
Heat check.
Summer is coming. Are you ready to unveil your beach bod?
Oh, you
boy.
know it.
Not yet.
Manscaped is here to ensure your body is ready for the wild with their game-changing full-body grooming and hygiene products. I was in Florida over the weekend. Mm-hmm. There was an older
Flex.
fella there. He could have used some of this.
Yeah?
He had like one of those just like hair shirts that he was wearing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Matt
all
loves
credit to him, man. He was doing well. But honestly, there was people about he could have used some Manscaped.
People
Anyway,
in Florida have no shame
don't.
as far as beach apparel.
And he looked like he had a lot of money, so I don't know.
I wouldn't have that shame either then.
Yeah. Anyway, you should not be the guy at the beach with the Austin Powers chest hair. The least you can do is make sure you're hairless. It is time to get ready for hot guy summer by going to manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping with the code CHGO. Look, you're always going to feel good using Manscaped products. It's going to give you more confidence. And Manscaped is dedicated to helping you increase your confidence and level up your full-body grooming game with the Performance Package 4.0. That kit comes with the Essential Lawnmower 4.0, which is a waterproof, cordless body trimmer. You don't want a cord there. And a ton of other liquid formulations to round out your grooming routine. Whether you're trimming your chest or the treasure chest in your pants, this is the best trimmer on the market.
Wasn't even subtle.
Their trimmer features a ceramic blade designed to cut hair on loose skin and to reduce grooming accidents thanks to advanced skin-safe technology. You can even trim an arrow pointing to the promised land if you're bold enough.
Whoa, you going in today?
That one guy could have. Definitely.
More than enough to work with on that canvas.
Oh, man.
Inside the Performance
Bob Ross.
Package, you will also find the Manscaped Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant and Crop Reviver Ball Toner, an anti-chafing ball deodorant and moisturizer, because we know how painful chafing can be when you're wearing your bathing suit all day.
Not fun.
And no one likes nose hairs, so their package also comes with Weed Whacker 2.0. You will also get 2 free gifts, the Shed Travel Bag, $39 value added to that package, and the patented high-performance reduced chafing Manscaped boxers. I actually have those. Those are really nice.
Yeah, those are nice.
Big fan. If you're wearing sandals,
Matt Peck.
Burks, in effect.
Hello.
you need to get the Manscaped Shears 2.0 nail kits. Yes, you definitely. I'm looking from here, Peck. You definitely need that. Having the right tools for grooming is
Neatly
essential.
manicured all the time.
Do yourself a favor and
That is
always
true.
use the right tools for the job. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code CHGO at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with code CHGO at manscaped.com. Trim your chesticles with the besticles.
Whoa, what? What is happening?
I like
They've
that
got a
tagline.
lot of trademarked things in there.
Yes, sir.
You know, they've trademarked Crop Reviver, Crop Preserver. They've also trademarked Lawnmower. Is that allowed? That
I
seems
didn't
like
know.
you shouldn't be. I mean,
I feel like that should have been trademarked already.
like by Toro.
Yes, but
Yeah.
several
You know.
different brands make their own version of a lawnmower.
John Deere has
so you
beef.
can't-
Yeah, yeah.
right.
I mean, John Deere is trademarked. You can't trademark just a lawnmower existing.
I take a little.
They're
exception
our
with that,
sponsor.
but
They can do
okay,
whatever
sure.
they want.
This
Go
is
for
true.
it.
And
All
shout
right.
out to them for doing that. And we appreciate you, Manscaped. Shout
Love
out
you,
to
Manscaped.
The other sponsor we also appreciate is the people at Pins and Aces, the official golf apparel partner of All City and CHGO. Guess who gets tons of compliments all the time when they're rocking their Pins and Aces gear? Everybody who has it on. That's who. You know, our guy Will to Go Gottlieb, when he's out on them links, kicking behind, doing what he do, he's got it on and it's looking flavorful and fresh. I bought my Pins and Aces hoodie. The first thing I said was, how come this thing doesn't have a pocket on it? But then I realized it's because when you're golfing, you don't need nothing restricting you when you're out there playing the game. So they're up in here. Pins and Aces said we're going to be smart and make you look better at the same time. Family-owned business and apparel company. They make amazing polos, hats, golf bags, and, of course, the Matt Peck beer sleeve. You can fit 7 of them things right up in that beer sleeve. As you call it, what do you say, Matt? Well, 6 in a roadie.
A sixer and a roadie.
6er in a roadie, baby. 7 of them things inside your golf bag and keep them drinks frosty cold the entire round, or if you're hanging with me and Matt, half of that round. So check out pinsandaces.com. Use the code CHGO and get yourself 15% off of your first order. And since they love you, go ahead and sprinkle some of that free shipping in as well. That's pinsandaces.com, because when you look good, you play good. And when you play good, it's all good.
Love it.
Slap.
All right, it's time for the 2023 CHGO Summer Movie Preview. Big
this.
Dave back in the saddle. We're talking about things. I mean, the summer movie season has already started. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is out. I'm actually planning on seeing that this
Heard
weekend
great things
with
about it.
my daughter, who's finally decided to start liking Marvel.
Oh, that's cool.
She's all into it. She's been watching the previous 2 Guardians on Disney Plus.
They're both good, man.
She's excited for
Yeah.
the third one.
I heard the third
am
one is
too.
awesome.
You haven't seen it?
No, I haven't seen it. Everybody who I respect tells me that it was awesome.
Where does that rank for her amidst the other 8,000 Marvel movies?
Ooh, the hate.
All she likes is the Guardians one.
Okay, cool.
Now, my younger daughter, they don't like to agree on anything now. She decided, I'm just going to watch the Iron Man movies. So she's been busy watching Iron Man. They can't watch anything together.
Oh,
So
it's gonna make them tougher,
rough.
man. Steel
All
sharpening
right.
steel.
That's when you, as dad, come in and say, "Screw both of you. We're watching sports tonight."
Oh, Daddy Peck, Papa Peck is gonna be hilarious.
I dare say, screw you, we were watching Predator for the 900th time.
Hey, man, that works too.
Yay.
all right. So this weekend, we're going to do this. Last year we did a 3-pronged, what do you like, schedule or whatever?
Yeah,
What do you say that? Yeah.
Yeah.
1, you'll say, I want to see that in the theater.
Yeah.
2, I'll wait for it to stream. 3, no interest.
Okay. All right.
And
let's
Peck
do it.
said he's already going to say at least he's not going to the theater, so it's only going to be a 2-prong.
Yeah, I'd
thing
say
for him.
90 to 95% of these he's not going to the theater to see. Probably 97.
Going
He's
to
not
the theater to see?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's
Zero?
100% not going to the
Nothing
theater to
will get
see.
you to the theater.
No.
What's the last movie you saw in the theater?
I don't know, but it was pre-COVID. I have not been in a movie theater since COVID happened, and I don't care.
Yeah, I haven't either.
The guy
don't
who
miss
was
it.
once an actor.
Stage actor, Kev.
Stage actor.
I have some self-respect.
Oh,
That's where the
Yeah,
real
'cause
art
there's no
takes
movie
place.
stars.
That's where the
That
real
do
art
stage
the real
acting.
bias
That's where the
there.
real
Yeah.
art takes place. If I'm going to leave the
Yeah.
comfort of my living room and my couch to go see something, it's not going to be on a 2-dimensional screen.
And things are blowing up. They're loud. You don't want to see that in the theater.
No.
Yeah.
You know what I am going to go see?
What's that, Matt?
West Side Story at the Lyric Opera next month.
Oh, the
that's
movie-
something that's worth leaving your house to go see.
When you're
movie
a jet,
was
you're a
great.
jet.
I mean, but when it's like 95 degrees out, isn't it nice to have a little air conditioning?
Yeah, you would think.
Turn the air conditioning on in your house.
That takes away
Big tub of
from
popcorn.
the feeling.
Little
Popcorn.
raisinets.
The
with-
realness of it. You need to feel the heat in your shirt sticking to you while you're sitting in those wooden seats. That's
Yeah.
what you got to feel.
Peck doesn't have
Gotta
a couch.
enjoy that.
Peck has wooden
The
seats.
theater.
Guy talking about?
Shout out to all the theater actors, though, out there, man.
All right, big blockbuster lands this weekend with Fast. Is it Fast X or Fast 10?
Either one works, baby. Either one
Do we
works.
know?
Come on.
I
See it up.
saw somebody referring to it as Fast X yesterday, and I was like, I thought it was Fast 10.
It is the 10th one, but
Right.
you can call it Fast X. It doesn't matter. Call it what you want.
Could not
Just
care
don't
less.
call me late to the theater to go see this awesomeness right here.
No Dwayne The Rock Johnson in this one, but
Doesn't matter.
Basically, everyone else is back.
The foolishness of
I haven't seen one since maybe the second. I've seen bits and pieces of others.
I
would
haven't
say no
seen
interest,
1 through
but
9. I'm going to say I'm not going to see number 10.
Oh, so I'm alone right here, right now. Well, then let me talk. So listen, it's an amazing series, all right? All you do is you walk in, you grab your popcorn, and you turn your brain off, and you suspend belief, and you enjoy this movie. Did you not see the trailer? You damn right this is me, Fast and Furious. Did you not see the trailer, Matt? Let me tell you. In the trailer, there was Dom is driving in a car down a dam that is exploding. He jumped out of the explosion, driving down a dam with a child in the passenger seat. How am I not going to go watch this?
That's just child endangerment.
That sounds like an awesome dad, having a great dad day with his kid, being who he is. A helicopter, a car comes flying out of a helicopter with 2 hooks attached to it and made 2 other helicopters crash into each other because it flew in the air like that. I'm not supposed to see this? That sounds amazing. I can't wait to go see this foolishness. My brain will be off, and I'm just here for the foolishness, man. All right? I know what Fast and Furious is. They don't lie to me, and I appreciate them for
They
it.
don't lie to
They
you.
don't lie to me.
Because everything in those movies is totally real and
They
believable.
don't lie to me, man. I don't see. I know. They know. Like you know what it is. We went to outer space last one in a makeshift car. You know, looking like minions. What we had on. They know what they're doing. All right. They're not here to mess with you. So yes, cut your brain off. Tune it in. Let all the explosions blow up. Enjoy your popcorn and have a great time.
I
It's gonna
am
be
just
awesome.
a little bit intrigued about this one because from what I could tell from the trailer, Khal Drogo is the bad guy.
This is true.
Jason Momoa.
Yes, he
Yeah.
is. Yep.
Love him.
He's awesome.
Love him.
He will be awesome. He wasn't even in the previous movies, but they digitally put him in to give him a backstory. Like he was actually in the other movies, man. Come on. I love this. Oh, yes. I can't wait for this foolishness.
Well, if you're going to stay at home this weekend, Peck, and you have a Hulu subscription, you can watch the remake of White Man Can't
Listen,
Jump.
Pass.
You lost him in remake.
Pass.
Do you know who's in this one?
I do.
Our notes show that Jack Harlow
Do you know who this is, man?
Yeah, he's that talentless rapper guy.
He sits front row for all the Lakers games, right? Or is it the New York
Cool,
games?
then he can
Knicks
F
games?
off. He's
got
a
a
Lakers
Taco Bell-
fan.
he's-
He's
he's
a
got Taco
talentless
Bell,
Lakers fan.
menu items.
Oh, gee, I
Well,
can't wait to
maybe
see
it was-
him remake White Man Can't Jump.
I think it was Madison Square Garden. I feel like Kyle Lowry ended up in his lap.
Well, actually, it
shooting
was
a three.
Madison Square Garden, but he also has a song called Tyler Hero. So
Okay.
he's also cool
Yeah.
with Tyler Hero in the Heat. So he goes to those games as well.
Come on, Pat.
His new album is
So he's
solid,
not
too.
a real fan of anything.
He's from the South.
He's
He's from
a-
Kentucky. So what you gonna be a fan of in Kentucky, bro? You gotta pick your team.
So
He's gonna be a fan of the
he's a
Wildcats.
star effer,
Big
is
Blue
what you're
Nation.
saying, of the NBA. He's a star effer of the NBA. Congratulations.
It's been a while since I watched the original. I probably just rather
incredible.
watch the original this
Just
weekend.
watch that again instead of
Yeah.
watching this crap.
I do
Yeah.
agree with Matt on this. I don't like the fact that they call it. You could call it anything else.
Yeah.
They don't have to call it White Man Can't Jump. That's a classic.
Billy,
Leave that
you're
alone,
so stupid,
man.
Billy. What are you doing, Billy?
Apparently,
you're so stupid.
apparently Lance Reddick, R.I.P., is in this one. So that might
That
be,
I did see that he is in this, and that would be the only reason I'm remotely interested. Because that dude is sadly was
Yes.
incredible
That's a
actor.
Lance
Daniels.
Reddick, man.
God, I love
Yes.
Daniels.
Awesome
R.I.P.
actor.
Lieutenant Daniel.
About My
Absolutely.
Father, May 26th, Sebastian Maniscalco
Hard pass.
Man, it's Scalzo.
basically does a Meet Your Parents
What do you
thing
mean?
with
Hard
Robert
pass,
De
that's your
Niro. And he actually got Robert De Niro to play the part of Robert De Niro.
How dare you?
Yeah,
How dare you?
I don't know. I honestly literally just said, why do you keep showing me this ad on Twitter? Like, it's been populating in my Twitter constantly. And I said,
About your parents?
Yeah, so I hit it. I don't know. Like,
So this is about a man who brings his immigrant father to meet his fiance's well-to-do family, only for cultural misunderstandings to erupt in presumably hilarious fashion.
So listen. First of all, Sebastian is hilarious.
Yep.
His
I don't know, man. I saw his latest
Good
stand-up.
TikTok.
and
his latest one wasn't great.
I was not
agree.
impressed.
His latest one wasn't great because he hasn't done anything for me that was at the level of Aren't You Embarrassed, which I watched like 4 times.
Okay.
That joint was special. That was awesome. He's hasn't done anything to equal that, but I support him because of that.
Yeah,
because I know
sure.
he's funny,
Sure.
and I heard him talk about his family and his dad and all those things. So to see it on the big screen, I'm like, yeah, shout out to him. I'm not going to the theater. Definitely will watch it on the streaming and see what it is. And I'm expecting 2.5 stars.
Oh, come on, man. How do you not go to the theater to see Kim Cattrall in this? I mean, just
This is definitely a streamer, but I'm
Talent
looking
on
forward
talent.
to seeing it.
Stop. What did Kim do to you?
That's
man?
not worth an $11 or $12
What did Kim-
movie ticket.
What
But
did Kim do? What are you going? You going? Oh, see, you ain't going to matinee. See, you ain't hanging out. You gotta go to matinee, bro. $5-7. See,
May
that-
26th, Little Mermaid live action
Hey.
remake. I know you guys
What
aren't
are we
going to see
doing?
this.
Yeah, why are
Well,
we?
hold on.
I feel like we're running late. We got Bulls coming up here. Do we need to keep talking about Little
We're
Mermaid?
moving through this.
Oh, we're moving through. Come on,
We're moving through.
We're moving through.
Okay, so I'm probably going to have to end up seeing this because of my daughter.
Yes, you have no choice.
I do. I have a daughter. I'm not going.
Oh, you're going. You think you're not going?
I don't
As soon
think
as
I
your
am.
wife says, "Hey, we're going to the theater," you're going.
I don't
Halle Bailey.
Shout
so
out.
I've got an issue with her.
Who is not
What
Halle
the hell wrong
Berry?
with Halle Bailey. What's she do? First of all, phenomenal young lady. By the way, incredible
Well,
singer.
every time I see this, I think, isn't she too old to be Little Mermaid? And then I'm like, oh, no, it's not Halle Berry.
Yes,
Like, she should have picked a different stage name.
it's not her fault. So you blaming her parents?
It looks like Halle Berry to me.
She's been around for a long time. Man.
Okay.
Let me tell you that. Her and Chloe had a singing young lady named Chloe. They have a singing group together.
Gotcha.
And Chloe
sure
has
she's gonna be
moved
great.
off, but she can sing. She's really good at singing. I'm gonna pass because I don't have children, so I won't be singing.
Stop making live action updated versions
You would
of
be added to
Disney
some sort of-
classics. Stop it. God.
Big Dave would be added to some sort of list if you went to the theater to see this.
I'll be what now?
You added to some sort of list.
What do you mean?
Without kids, you show up for Little Mermaid. You can't do that.
Oh, I'll be added to it. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I see that Aquafina's
Yeah.
in it though. She's
Aquafina
funny.
S.
I like
Scuttle.
Aquafina.
David
Also,
Diggs as
David Diggs,
Sebastian.
Not
original
David,
Broadway
yes.
cast of
Rock
Hamilton.
with him.
Love
Not-
David Diggs.
I don't rock
Javier
I rock
Bardem
with
as
him.
King Triton. That'll be
I
good.
definitely rock with Javier and Melissa McCarthy.
Melissa McCarthy's
Yeah.
Ursula.
Oh my
Yes.
God, Melissa McCarthy. Yeah. So get this cast of people together and just make something else. Don't make Little Mermaid again. God, I hate Hollywood.
Yep, pretty dumb.
June 2nd, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. The first one was amazing. Come on.
Pack, I'm with you,
Theater.
man. I'm with you, Pack.
This is what you get for asking me
I'm
to be
saying,
in a
right?
segment about
You
movies.
act like you don't
Kev.
know who this is. I know exactly who this is.
No, rewatch The Last Dance again.
Unbelievable.
He's not joking.
I'm not joking at all.
Why don't you like this, Lawrence?
I don't deal with Marvel and DC, all that crap.
Thank you.
I mean, I've seen.
It's beneath you.
Lawrence doesn't like
No,
stories or
no.
cool
He's like
characters.
fun. I get it.
I've seen like.
Did you
Iron
see the
Man.
first one?
I saw.
The first one.
The animation's unbelievable.
I saw
Yeah,
the
first
Spider-Man
one was
with
great.
Tobey Maguire, and then like they made the Spider-Man again with like 8 other actors within
Yeah.
like 5 years, and I was like,
They've been
why
doing
we
that
keep
with
making-
Batman since the 30s.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happens, dog.
Maybe
That's-
let's
no.
Peck, you get out of here. Joey in the seat.
No, I'm gonna see this. I'm not gonna go to the theater to see it, but I will watch this absolutely because
I will.
right, the first one was
if I
really
can get
good.
to the theater, I will try to get this.
The first one was good.
All right.
Who's even playing Spider-Man in this 8th reboot?
Well, it's
Oh.
Miles Morales.
I forget his name. I'm looking right at his face because I know the actor.
Wait, but so it's
it
not
starts
the-
with a Shamik
Shamik Moore.
Moore. Thank you.
Yeah.
which is different than the kid who played Spider-Man in like the Avengers series of the Marvel ending.
Yeah,
of
well,
the-
this Spider-Man is black.
animated.
Yeah, this
Oh.
Spider-Man is Miles Morales. He's black. It's a whole different universe of him. But your boy
Yeah, Peck,
is
it's a
voicing
different-
Spider-Man. Your boy from New Girl,
Jake Johnson.
Jake Johnson.
Jake Johnson?
He is in there.
love Jake
yeah,
Johnson.
Matt. Your boy.
Is Lamorne Morris in it too?
He is not.
Winnie the
Well, then I'm not seeing it.
He's gonna be right, and he don't care what you think. And I love him for it.
Well, if you don't like Marvel, DC's got The Flash on June 16th.
Oh,
so
goody.
maybe that'll be Lawrence's.
Pass.
I might pass on that
Ooh,
too, but
wait,
I'm not
hold
gonna
up.
pass.
So
I'm
this-
gonna watch it.
Michael Keaton.
I think this one's gonna
Yes,
get.
because
So
he's
Michael
Batman.
Keaton is
They're bringing
back as
Michael
Batman.
Keaton
in
as
this
Batman. Yeah, Matt. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Look at him.
Wait a minute,
Michael
guys.
Keaton reprising his role as Batman.
Yes.
For real?
Yes, for real.
This I will stream from my couch.
one. There we go.
We got one.
Hey.
Yes, Jake, we got one. We got one, baby. Woo!
Still not going to that
Theater?
theater though.
No, unless my nephew wants to go. I'm not. I'll stream it. I'll stream it.
Yeah, DC. DC's had its ups and downs.
A lot of them.
trying to reboot.
Yeah.
So we'll see if this one does.
Ron
We'll
Livingston's
see.
in it too? All right. Okay.
Speaking of being excited, we at CHO are excited to partner with our friends at Circle K. Check out your local Circle K for the best coffee, beer, and snack selection and premium gas. Look out for freebies and giveaways also down the road. I love Circle K. There's a few around the area here. That's stop in, get something cold to drink. Oh, it's like I'm still a 20-ounce soda guy, the cherry Coke.
Ooh,
Oh,
cherry-
I
maybe
love
pair
a
that
good
with a little
icy
cherry
cold
Coke.
cherry Coke every
Yeah.
once in a
Awesome.
while.
Shout out to the cherry Coke slushy as well.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now wait. Now are you talking half Coke, half cherry, and you do it yourself, or like an actual?
No, I'm talking about the
cherry Coke?
slushy cherry Coke where you that's it.
Oh.
Well, if you want to do the half Coke, half cherry, I'm not
I mean,
mad at you.
yeah.
But the original where it just comes as a cherry Coke.
Anyway, thanks to Circle K for sponsoring CHGO. Visit the nearest Circle K to pick up all your favorite finds.
Today's show also brought to you by our friends at Game Time Chicago. It's almost summertime. I mean, days like today, I count this as summertime, which means concerts, means going to ball games, north side and south side. Get all of your tickets for all of those things. Theater, opera, whatever you want from Game Time. The fast and easy way to buy tickets for all the sports, music, comedy, and theater near you. With killer deals on last-minute tickets and their best price guarantee, you can stop stressing over the tickets and start getting hyped for the fun you'll have. Flash deals and last-minute tickets, easy to find and buy tickets for every kind of event in your area. You also get one of my favorite things, not just a favorite thing, something I insist upon these days, which is an image of your seat as you're shopping for your tickets, because you want to know exactly the view you're going to have at that concert, at that ball game, whatever it might be. The lowest price guarantee, they also have event cancellation protection and job loss protection as well. Forget planning months in advance. Game Time has deals on tickets right up to the day of the event. And that Game Time guarantee means you'll always get the best price. If you happen to find tickets in the same section and row for a lesser price somewhere else, which is very unlikely, if it happens, Game Time will credit you 110% of that difference in ticket prices.
Take that.
So here's what you do.
What you do?
Snag the tickets without the stress. Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use promo code CHGO for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem a $20 discount with promo code CHGO. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Because Big Dave, what time is it?
Game time. Boom. That's my first time doing that.
Role reversal.
Because usually I'm the one doing it.
Yeah,
that was our first time adding that out.
I saw that. I was
Game
like,
time game of the
Well
week
done.
this
Yeah.
weekend. You got your Sox versus Royals. Got Atlanta United at Fire.
Hey-oh.
Or you don't want any
Baggage
part of
soldier.
either of those teams' franchises. Wouldn't blame you if you don't. You've got the National Auditorium Theater. Natalie
be there
Merchant
Sunday night.
at Chicago Theater.
Natalie Merchant.
Or
Shout
Tina
out.
Fey and Amy Poehler at the Rosemont Theater.
Man,
They're on a tour?
They're on a tour together right now, and I really want to go. The tickets are a little steep.
As they should be.
Well, not with Game Time.
Now we
Not-
get hey,
not with
come
Game
on.
Time.
Come on, man.
$155 to get you in right now.
That was
That's not
awesome.
bad to see two legends.
That's honestly
Yeah.
not bad. And they are legends. Shout out to them.
It's hard to compete with seeing them for free, though, which I did when I lived in New York. On a pretty regular basis.
Oh, that boy, Matt Peck.
All right, we got to move quickly through this last crop.
All right, come on
Indiana
with it.
Jones and the
What a
Dial of
crop.
Destiny, June 30th. Harrison Ford's about 180 years old.
Stop. Leave Harrison Ford alone. Let the man rest,
Stream all day. I'm not going to the theater to see that.
man.
But I will
After
stream.
I saw what do they call the fourth one?
The last one
Kingdom
was
of the
the
Crystal Skull.
Skull.
That
yeah,
was one of
with
the
Shia
worst
LaBeouf.
movies I've ever seen.
That was terrible.
And
Unwatchable.
that one clown who's since been run out of Hollywood.
Shia
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 LaBeouf?
LaBeouf?
The worst.
Is Shia LaBeouf? Do it.
Now, you
Don't
might
you
say
knock Even Stevens though, Kev. That show rocked.
This is true.
you might say
He's got
Shia
some
LaBeouf.
classics.
Shia LaBeouf was dealing with a bad roster, bad script. I don't care. That I
was
will.
terrible.
I will never watch another Indiana Jones thing ever.
It was
again.
it was legit
Never?
terrible.
Awful.
Oh, wow. All right.
July 12th, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning.
Let's go.
Part 1.
Let's go. Absolutely. If my sister, because that was our thing, we go see Mission Impossible. She loves Tom Cruise. So if she's down to go see it and she's in town, I will go see that theater with her. Did you not see the trailer? Matt, the man drove a bike off a cliff and then jumped off the bike and just floated down on there like that,
did he
man.
really? Or did
Yes.
some people at some computers with some CGI do some
Tom
do some
Cruise
stuff?
does his stunts.
own
Tom
stunts.
Cruise hung onto the side of an airplane and took off with it. Really? Himself. He does his own stunts.
Right, without a harness or anything.
Oh, a little cord hanging on to him, right? Oh, why you trying to make that sound like one of those? Oh, you got a harness hanging off of an airplane.
I was out
Ain't
on
nobody
Tom,
doing
I was
that.
out on Tom Cruise for a long time. After Top Gun last
Gun
summer,
Maverick?
I may be back.
That was a
here.
good movie. I just
Didn't
recently
even
saw
see
that.
the new Top Gun. Don't care.
It was good, honestly. It was good. Our guy from Chicago was in it. You know what I'm talking about. Did Southside.
Oh,
Yes.
Which
him.
dude? Which dude?
We trying to remember his name. My man from who did put
The
together
creator of
Southside,
Southside.
creator
Oh,
of
the
Southside
creator
and
of
Sherman
Southside?
Showcase. I'm looking right in his face.
oh man, you scared it right out of me.
Yeah, I'm looking right in his face, and I can't remember it. But he was in Top Gun Maverick, man. We're looking right at his face.
Bashir.
Bashir,
Salahuddin.
yes,
Oh.
Bashir.
Good night.
Shout out to Bashir.
Right?
Good, yes, man. Yes.
Yeah.
Shout out to him, man. Whitney Young alum, man. Shout out to him.
All right, we're gonna go serious here for Peck.
Oh, come on.
July 21st, Oppenheimer, Christopher Nolan, the biopic of J. Robert Oppenheimer, the father of the atomic bomb.
Yeah, I'm about to say, didn't he detonate a real atomic bomb in this movie?
What?
That's insanity.
Did he really?
I know he detonated a real bomb. I don't know if it was a real atomic bomb. He detonated it for real bomb.
In the movie?
In the movie, for the movie,
Like
yes.
Nolan? Good
Yes,
for him.
you know I know
well,
he
then
knows.
I'm in the theater.
Respect.
Let's go.
This I will watch
Why?
because it's a historic story.
Because
That's
Florence
cool.
Pugh's in it.
Cillian,
Like, you can-
Cillian Murphy's the
Much more
title
easily
character.
sell me
but
on movies that are based on historic events than just made up crap from the Marvel
I mean,
or
this
DC
is the
or
cast.
Tom
Emily
Cruise
Blunt,
universe.
Oh,
Matt Damon,
creativity? No,
Robert
excuse
Downey
me.
Jr.,
right,
Kenneth
yeah, Mission
Branagh,
Impossible, really creative.
Florence Pugh,
Oh, that's not.
Benny Safdie, Gary Oldman, Rami Malek, and Josh Hartnett.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch this for sure. I haven't missed a Christopher Nolan movie ever. So,
Kenneth Branagh? Hell
I'm
yeah.
gonna watch it.
I think it's- I think
oh
it's a
my God,
streamer,
this cast
but-
is amazing.
oh, I'm gonna stream it.
Stream it for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna stream it.
Never go to a movie theater
I've
again.
never missed a Chris. He's great. Chris Nolan makes awesome movies.
Nolan
man.
in the theater is a pretty good idea.
Yeah, he's great in the theater. Like he really makes his movies for theaters. He's been adamant about this. He's like Tarantino in that way.
August 4th, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg's reboot to the franchise.
I'll stream it.
Is
I
this,
want this to be good.
is this animated or live action?
question.
Animated. It's like
Anim-
kind of like very fashionable animation.
Fashionable
cool.
animation.
I want this to
Fashionable.
be good. I'm going to wait until I hear from people whose TMNT opinions I trust.
It's a little bit
before I
more
watch it.
cartoony. It's not
Because I don't
as-
want it to
Yeah.
ruin it for me.
I want to know whose TMNT opinions you trust.
I have a lot of friends who, like myself, cherish the OG TMNT, the OG animated cartoon
You're a little
series,
bit more into
the OG film
Yeah.
with the guys in the weird turtle costumes that were awesome.
Nah, that was trash.
Secret
Now,
of the Ooze,
wait.
Secret of the
and then the
Ooze
trash.
third one where they
TMNT
time
came
travel
out
back to like
trash.
ancient Japan.
Trash. How do you love that? That was trash, dog. That movie,
Wait.
you know that movie was trash.
Wildly entertaining.
How do you love Fast? How do you hate on Fast and Furious, but you love this?
But
that movie was hot trash.
the
'Cause it was all
biggest
real.
question is Vanilla Ice.
He was
will
in
be
Secret of the
featured?
Ooze.
He was in the second one. which
Go
was Secret of the
Ninja,
Ooze.
go Ninja, go. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go. Trash.
Fantastic.
Please.
I have VHS copies of all three of those TMNT
Oh my
movies.
God.
Watched them all the time.
Oh my! Now I know what Matt's love of trash is at. See, I see where it is. It's at Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. All right.
No, it was the golden age of cinema. Before all this CGI crap
Oh,
and
yeah, when it was
rewriting the
just guys
same
keeping it real
horrible
in
Hollywood
costumes.
screenwriting over and over
Oh
and
no!
over.
Secret of the Ooze
Did you
won
listen-
an Oscar
did-
for
did
the
you-
screenwriting.
Did you listen to
Get
the
out of my
dialogue
face,
of that Mission
man.
Impossible trailer? Did you listen to the
Why
dialogue
would
of
I
that?
listen to the dialogue?
It
Mission
was
Impossible trailer. Stuff is
terrible.
blowing up.
God, it was
They're
terrible.
jumping off of cliffs.
I swear to God,
That's all I want.
The screenplay was written by ChatGPT. It was garbage.
Then that means
It
I
was
don't need
garbage.
to listen to. Why are you listening? You're supposed to be watching. Your brain is too active.
No, you know what?
Your brain's too
Hey,
active.
pay the writers.
Yeah.
The writers who are on
Hey,
strike right
whoever
now.
wrote Teenage
pay
Mutant
them.
Ninja Turtles 3, get out. You're fired.
Matt Ness says, wait, Marvel has made up crap, but Secret of the Ooze is a classic.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Secret of the Ooze. All right.
The Venn diagram doesn't even overlap as far as
With
quality. is
Vanilla
concerned.
Ice. Come
All
on,
right.
man.
Last one, Strays, August 18th. This is Ready for Dogs Talking Dirty. Will Ferrell leads an all-star voice cast in
No, why are you even
decidedly
bringing this
adult.
up? What are we doing? Why are we even bringing this up? That we're
Yeah,
going to
you
watch
lost
a
me
talking
right
dog
there.
movie?
What?
It's like my daughter watches Pup Academy. It's like the worst. It's terrible.
I just saw a
Like
trailer for
dogs
this for
with
the
their
first
mouths
time
moving.
earlier this week. It looks like a cross between Homeward Bound and
Cocaine
like
Bear.
an Apatow stoner flick.
Yeah, Cocaine Bear.
Or Cocaine Bear. Yeah.
Well,
Have you
it's,
seen this?
it's by the makers of Cocaine Bear. I haven't seen it.
Okay,
yet.
I got to
But
watch it. I haven't watched it
It's
yet.
one of those movies where like the dog, it's like a real dog and they make it CGI mouth.
Yeah,
move,
but they're
right?
like they talk dirty. By the makers of Ted.
Cool.
Yeah,
I
I'm,
might pass on this. Bro.
I'm probably going to
I
pass
might
on
pass
that.
on that.
Hard pass.
I do like Josh Gad.
There's
who's in
also
this,
the
apparently.
movie Gran Turismo about a kid who was really good at Gran Turismo and then got to be an actual race car driver, which like that would have been my dream in
Wait,
2000.
is that based on a true story?
Oh.
Yeah.
It is?
That could have been me in 2003
That's
had
actually
anyone
an interesting
came to
intriguing
check
premise,
my
yeah.
apartment.
I might check that out. 'Cause,
Yeah, seriously.
for the
pizza boxes
first
and
ever
the weed is everywhere.
PlayStation, one of the games I played religiously was the first Gran Turismo.
Really?
On the first PlayStation.
I love that
Oh,
game.
yeah.
That game was amazing.
Such a good game.
That's intriguing. That's intriguing. That is some truth in this story. So that intrigues me.
All
but
right,
if
well-
it was phony, then I would have saw it in the theater.
I'm pretty sure Joey's going to just rip my headset off here if we don't get these guys into Bulls.
It's fine. Ooh, we can do a shorter Bulls show today. We're just going to talk about the playoffs. Have
There
some
we go.
fun.
I'm doing the AMA,
a lot of bulls to
Okay.
talk about. I mean, that might be a supersized 2-hour show.
Oh,
You never
yeah.
know.
True, yes. And give us
Hey,
a
we
like
appreciate
and
everyone jumping in, listening to us. Give us a like. Make sure you give us a good review. Be back next Thursday for the Chicago Sports Podcast. I'm Kevin Kaduk. Thanks to Big Dave and Peck for jumping in. Lawrence, we'll see you later.
What's up?
Have a great weekend, everyone.